Well, our campaign continues right here on ABC 15 to keep you heart healthy. Did you know, I want you to listen to this statistic, 5 million people in the United States have heart failure. And 50%, that's half, who develop heart failure die within 5 years of the diagnosis. Mayo Clinic wants to be your first defense in that line to heart health. This is Dr. Eric Steadley. He's a cardiologist from Mayo Clinic, and he's here to tell us about treatment options available now and clinical research being done at Mayo Clinic to discover new treatment options. It is so great to see you.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
I love you in the red. I want to know what heart failure is. So many people out there don't know what it is, and why does it happen?
Well, we use the term heart failure or sometimes congestive heart failure to describe a set of problems where the heart muscle is not functioning well, and two things happen. Not enough blood is pumped forwards and fluid builds backwards. So people develop congestion or fluid buildup, and it really affects folks' quality of life, and eventually it can be a fatal disease.
When I did the intro just now, and not everybody maybe was paying attention, 50% of those diagnosed with heart failure die within 5 years. That's an alarming statistic.
It sure is, and hopefully we can decrease that number by appropriate treatments. And most folks with heart failure can be treated with medications, which help fluid buildup, and good diet and exercise. Low salt diet is important, and keeping an active lifestyle.
Let's talk about the traditional treatment options. Can you define some of the traditional treatment options that are out there?
Well, the traditional treatment options really are medications. The medications include broad categories of medications called ACE inhibitors and beta blockers. The exact terms are not important, but most cardiologists are able to prescribe those, and with good adjustment of those medications, a lot of folks can return to a healthy lifestyle.
And what about options out there for patients, who don't respond well to a lot of those medications that are prescribed to them?
Well, that is the main problem with heart failure, is that not everyone does respond. So the heart, as it gets weaker, some folks are eligible for cardiac transplantation, but unfortunately there are not enough hearts for all the people that could potentially benefit from that.
And we're standing in front of a table today. We don't typically stand over here. We typically sit on the main set, but we did this for a purpose. We're not just here because we want to stand here. We want to show you how technology has changed, and go down the table for us and describe what we're looking at when it comes to treatment options that have been around for years and years.
Right. So as I was saying, people with advanced or end-stage heart failure, there are not enough transplants available for everyone. So many decades ago, these pumps were developed, and this pump here is a first-generation pump, and feel how heavy that is. That's a pump that we stopped using about 5 years ago, and it was replaced by this current generation pump here. This was the pump that supported Vice President Cheney while he waited for his transplant. And the heart here sits in the chest like this, and the left ventricle, which is the main pumping chamber of the heart, receives the blood through this part of the pump, and then this part of the pump here is a spinning propeller, and the blood comes through and out the aorta.
I can't even imagine this pump. Where would this sit in a patient?
Well, unfortunately, it sits in the same spot, so for smaller folks, especially women, that can be either difficult or impossible to fit in.
I mean, that's about 3 to 5 pounds right here.
It sure is.
Wow.
It sure is.
Wow. And then now I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was going to say, so fortunately, science moves on, and we're now up to this pump here, which is currently being used for patients in the same way, but it's much easier to put in, much more comfortable.
It's much smaller. And is this a part of a trial that's underway right now at Mayo Clinic?
So now this pump is approved for folks that are waiting for transplant, but what we hope to prove is for people that aren't eligible for transplant, who, for some reason, this will be able to provide years of good quality of life, and we're trialing this now in a clinical trial at Mayo.
Wow, so Mayo, again, on the cutting edge of technology. Dr. Steadley, this was so informative, so educational. We appreciate you being here, and we want you to be proactive. If you or someone you know is interested in being evaluated for heart disease to see if you could be at potential risk for heart failure, you can contact Mayo Clinic for an appointment. The number is 480-342-2382. And Mayo Clinic wants to provide you with yet one more tool to ward off heart failure. Mayo Mayo Clinic Healthy Heart for Life identifies the factors you can use to improve your heart health and reduce your risk of heart disease. This book right here, it's going to help you start making changes that will improve your heart health. It is filled with all sorts of simple, effective tools that you can do to fight heart disease, tips that can be used as part of your daily routine. Mayo Clinic has a special giveaway this morning. Just be the first to call us right now, 1-877-ABC-1515, and you can learn how your heart works, what to do wrong if something happens, and many ways to improve your heart health. We appreciate you, Dr. Studley.
Thanks
for
so
being
much,
here.
Susan.